Including this.
This will work. Rats.
Yeah, decrepitude. Oh, yeah. Very good. So this is a series. I'm not going to read all 4 of them, just the first and the last, of a book called All You Can Say Liar's Buffet. And it's available on Amazon if you have a Kindle. And I ask a lot of questions. And I had a professor once who said, "Do you ever stop thinking?" I said, "I don't know." All You Can Say Liar's Buffet. I don't need this. Yes, I do. Really listen, rather than wait for your turn to speak. Set morality aside for this ride. It's just culture clutter. If you want to be sacred, go to India and move. Do you want to experience the wonder of seeing something? Experiencing something you've never seen or experienced before, like a 1-year-old. Experiencing the unabashed honesty of the world before you take your seat at the liar's buffet. You know the lie before they tell it. We will never be complete with single-serving friends, and the survival rate is 0, so compartmentalize. Shake off the hurts. Hate is baggage, and life is too short to go around pissed off all the time, blaming everyone and everything else. Limit yourself to only carry-on baggage while your conscience, a really badly dressed little man in plaid pants, sits on your shoulder and says, ask the right question. Has anything you've done made your life better? Fear, the Auschwitz of emotion, keeps your present as metaphor for your past. Newsflash, your ego container is strong enough. Give up perfect. Give up martyrdom. Train to do things so others will love you. Well, be angry or have pleasure, but decide for yourself. Pleasure takes discipline. We live in a culture that loves pain, and left to your own devices, you will make terrible choices. And when did failure avoidance become the norm? And what's playing on Pathetic Woman 101.1? And who's talking? The tongue in my mouth or the tongue in my shoes? What do my feet want to do? Run? Dance? Energy follows thought, and we fell in love with atrocity. Submitting to the beast in man, we make pornography and call it news. Is this what it is to be human? We are, but cannot become the thing we fear, and you wonder what that thing is that keeps you just south of normal? You know that psychological pain is still pain, right? Sometimes there is no blood. Do everything they say, do everything they expect so they'll stay, even if it means you leave? Egotists with inferiority complexes, better than everybody else, but not quite good enough. I wonder if it's possible to build a car that runs on delusion. You know, right, wrong, just, and unjust are not the same thing, right? Some line has been crossed, and we're having a hard time getting back. Without truth, we are powerless. And fact is the ultimate enemy of truth. But you're handed your tray at the liar's buffet, and truth's not on the menu. What would a courageous person do? What's the depth of your apathy? Morality is the entree of the liar's buffet, with a side of right and wrong. It's only a matter of context, really, with definition for dessert. Defining doesn't do much to further the pursuit of understanding and truth. First rule of the liar, define it. Proceed from there in defense. It's all you can say, liar's buffet, and rudeness is no substitute for thought while you leverage your life for stuff and believe that words are substitutes for reality. If it wasn't painfully difficult, then you did it wrong. If you want a future, there's no place in it for your past. It won't fit. But every passing moment is another opportunity to turn it all around. If you cannot change your circumstances, you are challenged to change yourself. But being spared is different than being saved. You get that, right? Because there's one on the fryer of the liar's buffet who just opened the franchise Truthless Cafe. That's the first in the series. The last one's called Sanity. This one's my favorite. They kind of come full circle. Admire the determination it takes to be human, with its own set of nightmarish struggles and humiliations. How will you spend your last day on Earth, and what social reality do you trip over every day on your way to work? You see, virtue stands between either-or problems, and the most important history is the one you're making today. Sometimes we tell the whole truth, because that's all we have left to give. But what's the difference between a lie with an I or a Y? They both burn. But where the mind goes, the body follows, and the longest journey is the one to your heart, and if it will make a problem go away, it's astonishing what you will say yes to. In the face of everything you can lose in an instant, don't wonder why people go crazy, wonder why they don't. Wonder what it is that makes you able to hold it all together, Smooth rides in life make for boring stories. Now a little calamity, there's something worth talking about, but life is fragile, unstable, unpredictable, and too short. Every minute is borrowed time, time we squander, take for granted. Just be glad you made it here alive on this little blue ball in the middle of space. Be grateful for everything, good and bad. Know the difference. Good isn't always, neither is bad. Some change is worth fighting for, and some change is worth fighting. Savor the taste of defeat so you know it when you won, and enjoy the difference. You see, there's many a clear-minded maniac. Sanity isn't clear-mindedness, it's balance.